So, back again to do another review of a consumer gadget. And this time, it's a multi-gadget. Many gadgets crammed into one cohesive package for convenience. Alright. Now, this particular gadget is brought to us from a company called ETON, E-T-O-N, ETON, whatever. And this model is the FRX3. And it says so on the bag, FRX3. Now, sounding like a sports car name, but I think I know what that 3 represents, at least, and we'll get into that in a second. So, what is it though? Well, it has 3 major tools incorporated into it. The first one is simple but very handy, is a flashlight. So, bright light warning, here we go. Boom. And then you also have this one for hazards or attention beacon, come back to the camp or whatever you want to use that light for. Okay. So, that's one. The other thing is it's a radio, so you turn it around, pull out this nice antenna here, which is like a full antenna, not even, so yeah, it's quite long. Anyway, so you pull out the antenna, and then it is a radio, so turn it on.
Now the forecast for the Twin Cities metropolitan area. Tonight, cloudy, lows near 30, southwest winds.
Okay, so it's a weather radio. You can also use it as a regular FM radio.
From that experience, if you treat it like almost like a life companion, someone that you come.
Okay, and of course it's also a clock, so there you see the time. And it has one more tool or trick up its sleeve, and that is this. You can plug your USB cable in there, and then use this to charge your smartphone or other gadget that you're carrying with you. So it's a power bank as well. So flashlight, radio, flashlight, then you have the radio / clock, and then you have the, what do you call it, the power bank. So there's a 3, right? Maybe that's the 3 in FRX3. Or so FRX3. Okay. So pretty cool, but you're saying, that's nifty and all, but I've seen that maybe before in some other similar type gadget. Why is this one special? Well, it's where this thing gets the power to use those 3 tools that we just showed you. Where does it get the power? Well, it gets the power from 2 different sources, and they're in the back here. So, you have your regular old AAAs, but you also have this here. This is a rechargeable nickel metal hydride battery. And that just fits right in there like that. And this one comes with the unit, and these you supply yourself. Okay. So now the AAA battery one's pretty straightforward, right? You know, you just put them in, use them, and then when they're done, you drop them out and put in more. The rechargeable battery though is the more interesting one in this case, because you can recharge it with this unit yourself. So if you're out in the field or on your campsite or up in the mountain, you can recharge this thing by just having this. And you say, well, how do you do that? Well, simple. First, you select between the 2 different batteries. I call them the source buttons because that's where it gets its power. You select where you want to take power from to power the flashlight or the radio or whatever. The top one is the battery, so that would be the AAA batteries. And this bottom icon here is to use the rechargeable nickel metal hydride battery. Now, if you want to go ahead and use that and you want to recharge this in the field, you have a few options. The handle is a solar panel. So you leave this out in the sun, I think they said for 10 hours, and then it fully charges up that battery we saw, the green battery. Or, let's say maybe you didn't plan ahead and you didn't leave it out in the sun, you left it in your backpack instead, and but it's night and I need to use the flashlight. What do? You go ahead and open this up here. Well, there you go, see, it's working. You open this up here, and then you go ahead and turn this, so the dynamo, right? And there you go, so you got your changing your physical or mechanical energy into electrical energy. All right, and the other way to get power, that's 2, and one, if you were smart enough before you left, you could have recharged this up using the what we saw before, well, I'll show it now anyway. You see it there, the one in the middle, that's a mini USB, and you plug that in and then plug the other end into your computer or whatever, and you can charge it up that way. So you have 3 ways of recharging the rechargeable battery. 2 you can do from anywhere. 1 you have to do in preparation, and of course you always have the good old AAA batteries. So the way I see it, you have 4 ways to get power to go ahead and power the radio and flashlight and clock. So very, very handy. Now let's talk about the design. The design is this Krog. I said that not only does it look good, but it also has practical purposes. Very smart design in the fact that the buttons and the controls, like for example the volume lever, the volume knob, it's protected. You're not going to accidentally change it because it's in there suspended kind of in that little space. So that's protected. The handle, you can see how it goes into the unit, right? So you're not going to accidentally pull this off. And then the buttons on the top, here we go. You see they're protected by the handle, so you're not going to accidentally turn off the radio or whatnot. And and of course the antenna fits in this nice compartment on the back. And this, we already seen this probably, but you notice how the little rubber has like a little plug that goes into the actual ports and holds it down so it doesn't flop open. Some other cool features is I forgot to mention the alert feature. I'll light it up there. If you can see in there, there's an alert. The alert, what you do is you turn it to the radio, the weather radio, okay, and then you push the alert button, and the radio goes silent. And then if there's a huge tornado storm or a tornado is coming, the radio will turn on, and then it'll say that. So you can have this at your campsite, and if it interrupts you while you're playing cards or whatever, oops, here comes an important weather notice. That's a cool feature. Again, and there's also this button, I should say here. See, the last one says, the last one there says cell, and you use that when you want it to charge your phone. So what it'll do then is it'll basically pump they call it battery dump. So it dumps all the juice into the USB, and all that will go into your phone. So as far as that, the crank, they said the crank, 4 minutes of turning the crank is equal to 1 minute of talk time on a smartphone. So that kind of gives you an idea. Or I think 10 minutes of radio. Anyway, so very handy gadget. Also light. I mean, this thing, obviously it weighs something, but it's lighter than you may think. I mean, this is one of those things that's like a no-brainer. It's throw it in your bag or your car trunk, which I'm going to do with this. It's going right in the trunk. Why not? So, good product.